Well, welcome to day 6 of ValenTangle 2024. For today's prompt, Marguerite invited a guest certified Zentangle teacher to come up with the prompt, and she has challenged us to draw some heart Dingsplatz, and I hope it's just as fun as it sounds. I'm going to be using this black hexagonal tile, and I had purchased a set of Gelly Roll pens that were labeled like a calming set or a calm set. It had these two lovely Moonlight Gelly Rolls and a Stardust. We may or may not use the Stardust one, but I figured we've been doing a lot of warm colors with the pinks and reds, so it'd be fun to do something using these cool colors on the black tile. I am so excited about this prompt today. So to start the Zentangle process, we always start with gratitude, and I'm grateful for this prompt. It's one of those that looks like it's going to invite me to step out of my comfort zone and step out of being super thoughtful and critical, and just allow me to sort of like loosen up and be a little bit more organic. So I'm looking forward to that. For the next step, usually we would do corner dots and a border, but we're not going to do any of that today. We're going to go straight to our Gelly Roll. And this is an 06. And as I had shown, this is only 3.5 inches from top to bottom. So it's quite a small space. So I bet you could use an 08 or another size, but 06 is nice because it gets a really fine line, and that's what I'm looking for. So for these Dingsplatz, we're going to start drawing a line and draw a little heart and then curve and draw another heart and curve and just sort of keep on drawing and adding little hearts until we come back to the beginning. And then we'll have sort of like a organic vine of hearts going all the way around our tile. And I'm not going to give it much thought. I'm just going to stop talking, put the pen down, and start drawing. My hearts are going to look wonky. The little vine is going to go all over the place, and I'm just sort of happy to let it do its own thing. So let's see what happens. I'm going to stop right there because I want to turn my tile. And then coming right back, I want to be able to draw a heart that will sort of come back to that beginning line, and I'll just sort of help it look like it's a clean join. All right, so there it goes. That's what's happened. Again, nothing that would have happened if I, sat and thought about it. I kind of like that the hearts are all different shapes and kind of wonky, and there are different distances between the hearts. So, I really am enjoying this. I'm enjoying the process. I've seen other people do this pattern, but I've never done it before, and I'm kind of getting sold on it. All right, so for the next step, I'm going to go ahead and aura both the inside and the outside of the entire string. That was so enjoyable, going and looking at some of these hearts as I was auraing. Like this guy, he's really wonky. This one too, oh my goodness. I would never have drawn a heart in this one, really long. If you've been following me along during ValenTangle. You've seen me draw plenty of hearts. None of them look like that. But I kind of like that this tangle has invited me to just relax and enjoy these more organic, sort of spontaneous shapes. All right, so anywhere I have a point, like these spaces right here, I'm going to add a line to the point, the internal point. So I'll have 3 lines here. 1, 2, 3. And then a line at the point of each heart. So this creates kind of like facets. All right, so that's done with our Moonlight pen. And now I'm going to take out the white chalk pastel pencil. And let's see, I'm going to think about sort of this vine that's going around. And think of these as 2 facets. And I want to highlight one end over here on one side. And then if this is the opposite facet, I'm going to highlight from the opposite side. So same thing here and here, and then all the way around. Okay, now looking at the heart, let's look here. This side is highlighted, so I do not want to highlight that side. So that means I have to highlight this one right here. Huh. No, I think that's wrong. Let me pause that one right here. Just leave that right there as a Bob Ross happy mistake and move on to the next heart, because I think if I look at the facets, this is highlighted, this is not. Then I need to highlight this base right here and this side over here. That's the right pattern. Don't listen to me the first time. All right, so to go around the circle at the base of this heart, we have highlighted, unhighlighted, highlighted, unhighlighted. So then this one needs a highlight. There we go. Now that's the pattern. All right, so I want to go back to that quote-unquote mistake heart right here. I'm going to add just a little bit of highlight right there. And to be honest, I'm going to leave it how it is. We are going to use our tortillon to blend in all of that chalk and then see at the end, you know, does this one look just terrible? Like, do we even really notice it? Let's do the experiment and find out. right, what I think I'm going to do is add a little here as well. If we're gonna have extra, might as well just have extra. And then I think I'll be perfectly satisfied with that, the happy mistake heart. Part of life is dealing with things when they aren't exactly the way you want them to be. And I understand with art, you know, as an artist, often you want it to be just so. But for me, part of the ValenTangle process is no mistakes and just sort of embracing what's there and realizing there's still beauty, and even the mistakes, they make it real, which is why often when I make mistakes like that and I'm recording, I don't think to myself, oh, I better start this video over. Because truthfully, what ValenTangler, what artist has never quote unquote made a mistake? So part of the practice is learning how to deal with that. All right, I'm gonna blow this off actually. See what I can get off there. There's some little bits. But in truth, I really like this. There's this little bit right here. What is happening? What is that? This little dot. I don't know if some graphite, or no, sorry, some chalk just got where it shouldn't be, but there we go. I'm kind of loving the simplicity of this, just how it is. And I know with a lot of my other tiles, I go on and just add a whole bunch of other things, but I'm kind of feeling like I really like it just how it is. And I don't know, I feel like if I add more embellishment, more glitter, or maybe like another pattern on the inside, it might sort of take away from just the simple beauty of this pattern in and of itself. And I'll be honest, I've seen other people do this pattern before, like I said earlier, and wasn't terribly impressed with it, but I really like how it turned out and how, to be honest, how it felt drawing it using this black tile. So even though it's a little odd for me, I think I'm going to leave it just like this. I'm vaguely tempted to add some glitter as usual, but I really don't want to take away from it. So I'm going to leave it just like that. Let me go ahead and write the quote, and then we'll put it into our ValenTangle book. See you in a minute. So here we are with our finished tile. This will definitely be a unique addition to my ValenTangle 2024 book. Here is our quote for today. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have, by Maya Angelou. That's definitely one of my favorite quotes. She's got so many good ones. I'm so grateful that I got introduced to this tangle. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you had a fabulous time and have some fun playing around with these heart Dingsplatz, and that I'll get to see you again on another day. It looks like for day 7, I'll be using a white 3.5 inch tile, so it'll be fun to see what that's going to be. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and that I'll get to see you again later. Bye-bye.